Madam, we can start now, ma'am.
We can start now?
Yeah, one student joined, so we can start.
Yes. Hello, Jovin. Welcome to this live streaming session for the course Aquatic Geochemistry. If you are listening to me, then do you have any
Yeah,
doubt? Please let me know.
very good afternoon, ma'am. Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Sorry, I'm traveling, so I wouldn't be able to turn
No,
on my
that's
video.
perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for the session. I just
Thank
have
you.
a couple of doubts.
Okay.
I'll just start with just a second, ma'am. Yeah. So as of now, I'm going through the week two. I have completed yesterday the week two, so I'm ready to start the
Okay.
week three session. So
Okay.
yesterday I came across one of the slide which we are explaining about the filtration process.
Huh.
So why it is important. So
Yes.
that was one thing with 19 days versus 94 days, one paper from 1974, if I'm not wrong.
Yep. Yes.
So yeah, I was just wondering,
Hmm.
I mean, with the number of the days, with the time, most
Hmm.
possibly if the sample is not fixed. So the concentration should degrade and it should come down, no? Rather, it was showing for 94 days, filtration had more concentration, whereas 19 days had less concentration.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I was just
Okay. So
wondering,
the
trying to
question you
understand
have
that thing.
is, so what happens? Metals. See, metals is not, they are not organics that they will degrade. Okay, it's not like dissolved oxygen that will slowly degas out, or it is not nutrients that is going to be uptaken by the bacteria. So there's no point of degradation when you talk for elements like iron or aluminum. Okay. Now, why the increase is the main question. Okay. So the point of filtration is to separate out the sediments and the water. So there are two phases, as I say. So one is the dissolved phase and one is the particulate phase. Now, when you don't filter it very soon, then what happens that the sediments that is in there in the water is continuously interacting. It's continuously interacting with the water. Even when it is sitting inside the bottle, then also it is interacting. The sediments will always disintegrate and add to the dissolved load. So therefore, the dissolved load will increase slowly with time. What happens if you filter it sooner? If you filter it after 19 days, the dissolved load will be low. If you filter it after 3 months, the concentrations increase because the sediments got that much more time to interact with the liquid, that is the dissolved phase. So, the point of filtration is to separate out these two phases as soon as possible. We do not want the sediments to add in more to the liquid after the date of collection, because that will reflect post collection changes. Okay, so whenever we are sampling, we want to filter the water as soon as possible. That is within 24 hours, if possible. If that's not possible, so that paper is a very old paper, and we were trying to establish that the best methods for sampling. So it's a very old paper, and these are all experiments. Like you keep the samples and you go on measuring after a few months, after a year, and just to see the how the values change. So we now agree to it that we have to separate it out as soon as possible, specifically because of particular elements being high in the colloidal phase. For instance, iron is there. Okay, iron is very high in the colloidal phase. So the sediments that is broken down is gradually moving now to the colloidal phase and then absolutely dissolved phase. Okay, so that is why you see the changes. Are you able to follow my reasoning?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
that makes some sense. Yes. Uh, and one more thing I was hoping to ask is, I'm a little bit aware of for the particular parameter, what chemical you should add to fix it until from the site to the lab, so that it doesn't
yes.
get degraded. So you were also specifying on the type of bottles that has to be used for each for that for, I mean, probably for if it is an organic compound, then it should be glass bottle, similar kind manner.
Yes. Yes.
So, is there any standard US EPA document or any other guidelines where I can refer, or is it based on the professional expertise and research
Uh,
outputs?
Yeah, so what is done is we do follow some particular guidelines. So US EPA does not give a lot of details for trace elements. Okay, it's more of the parameters and how they are going to be analyzed, not so much about these subtle details like what kind of bottles, how much you should collect, specific instructions pre-collection, like how the bottle should be washed, how the bottle should be, kept before the sampling. What you can rather do is check for this website called GeoTraces, and they have a lot of procedure related guidelines. So you follow only one. Okay, if you're following GeoTraces, then you follow throughout GeoTraces. Let me take the liberty of asking you, are you practicing anything like water chemistry, or is it
Uh,
just as a
uh,
course? Are you a research
no,
student?
I am, yeah, I am a research student with NIT Calicut. So I've taken this subject as a part of my first semester courses.
Okay, and you're
Uh,
in master's or PhD?
Actually, I'm with CSIR NIRI.
Oh, you're
Uh,
working with CSI Media. Okay.
yes, yes. I'm part of the Chemical and Hazardous Waste Management Division. So basically, I
Okay.
work with industrial hazardous waste, contaminated sites as well.
Okay.
So yeah, as a part of this coursework, I'm trying to unlearn a lot of things and of course learn something
Mm-hmm.
more as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you want to work, on particular elements, then as I said, you follow this geotraces SOPs. If
fine.
you just write geotraces, some iron collection methods, I think it will show you the directions.
Got it.
Or you can follow certain papers specifically from geotraces group,
Got
because
it.
why I prefer, why I am saying geotraces is it's a multinational program. That
Mm-hmm.
means many, many universities, institutes are engaged in this. Therefore, what happens is the methods that they establish is followed globally. Okay.
All right.
So when you are writing a report, when you're doing any publication based on your own study and all, you will not face any challenges if you say that I followed so and so author from this geotraces program. Okay, because when you are following a very tediously made SOP, then there should not be any issue.
Yeah, thank you. And just I have one more question. So I was more intrigued with this stable isotope analysis. I'm sure you're going to, speak more about it in the upcoming sessions. But I'd just like to know because the explanation of this is going to help me in my research as well. So, how common this stable isotope analysis is used in the Indian scenario? The
Uh,
facilities, is it very commonly available? And in terms of standards, availability, cost wise, and how common it is among the research institutions in India?
Okay, so stable isotopes is very common in particular institutes, not all institutes in India. As you must know that stable isotope analysis requires very specific instruments, and that is not available with all the institutes. Okay, cost wise, all that it's a very the instruments are extremely costly, and the cost per analysis can be very high. It can be in a few thousand rupees per sample. So when you are looking it into Indian scenario, I think the stable isotope data sets are not very high, but there are certain scientists who expertise in this. Okay, so maybe you will find in IIT Kharagpur there is somebody, in PRL Ahmedabad there is somebody, in IIT Bombay there is somebody, in IIT Kanpur there is somebody. So there are different institutes. NIU Goa there is one. So in different institutes there will be a PI or there will be a scientist who will be having an instrument. And if you are working in CSI NEERI, I think its best way is to collaborate with them and just go and do the sample analysis. The standards and all that you need not worry; it's very easily available. And the method of analysis is the most simple of analysis. Specifically, if it's water stable isotopes, stable water isotopes. Okay, if you're looking for stable isotopes of iron or stable isotopes of non-traditional isotopes, then it becomes a different issue, because then you need a multi-collector and you need a person who is extremely expert in that multi-collector system. And if it's not done routinely, which I know in India nobody does routinely, it becomes very difficult. That means you have to set up the entire methods, and it will be a difficult job if you're working and you are not investing your full time to it. So for starting a particular isotope system, it's easy to start with stable water isotopes, that is delta 18O and delta D. And if you're looking for metal isotopes, that's a different ballgame. So what are the isotopes that you're currently looking for?
Metal isotopes as such, for now.
Metal isotopes in the
Yes,
sense,
yes, yes.
if you
Lead
tell
and
me.
lead isotopes.
So lead isotope is not stable, it's radioactive. So lead isotopes, it's done in, I think, 3, 4 institutes in India.
Right.
And it's not a very it's not very easy, I would say. It will take column chromatographic techniques to do it.
All right.
And you have to learn those techniques if you want to do it. Anybody who
Right.
has to do it, any student, any person, they have to go through the same procedure, that is
Got
column
it.
chromatographic techniques. And you would need a multi-collector, or you will need a at least a triple quad to do that. And
Got
that
it.
is done in a few institutions, yes, in India, but it's
All
not
right.
absolutely common. It's not a very
Mhm.
common data.
All right. Right now, I'm just exploring the possibilities so that.
Yeah, but it
F-
is also not that it is not done in India.
mhm.
You can do it, if you want
Okay.
to do it, and if it's a necessary, and better things will come out if you have that kind of data. You can always approach somebody.
All right. All right. Thank you, ma'am. And just one more thing. I was just looking forward for some case studies. If it's not part of this entire program, maybe at the end of the completion of that
Yeah,
course,
actually,
maybe
case
one or
studies
two case studies
related to what, if you may tell me.
focused on stable isotopes. It would really be helpful. Maybe even one or two would really be great if that is possible.
Okay, so when I was, so there are two things now that you said, relating to stable isotope analysis. Now, throughout my course lectures, I have not, taken extensive classes about how it is done. That is a column chromatographic techniques. I have just said, introduced, because these becomes very detailed procedures, and everyone has their own recipes and own methods of doing it. Okay, so teaching it in an online platform becomes difficult. It's very focused research work. So I skipped that. And regarding the case studies, in the very end of the course, I have these application of metal isotopes as tracers in aquatic systems. And there I had, discussed a few tracers like, lithium, iron, and all that. And you can go to that lecture and you'll find the references, like the reference papers and all that. And I welcome you to go through the papers. You can take them as case studies as such. Okay, but I have not taken, like, this is more of like a teaching of how to use an isotope for as a tracer, rather than working on a single case study. Okay, so you can follow the references and look up the entire study that it is.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
For now, probably any other doubts, I can always approach you. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining.
Ma'am, just one more thing.
Ah,
This came in my mind. So for the point, I mean, of course, for the in the view of studying, learning, I'm just referring to a lot of books as well,
hmm,
suggested from you. But
hmm,
in exam point of view, is it
hmm.
necessary for me to make a very diverse kind of reading, or should I stick to the portions of what is
I think
presented from your
for the
sessions?
exam point of view, you can stick to the portions.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
for your own, understanding, and for your own this thing, you should refer to the books, and you should refer to the research papers that have stated there, and you can, like, do some more digging there.
Got it. Got it. That is all from me. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Madam, we'll wait for 5 more minutes. If no one
Yes,
comes,
yes.
then we can close the call.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Is it all right if I could log out, or should I wait?
Yeah,
until-
you can log out. Yes.
Yeah, all right, because I'm on the site actually.
Nah, no problem.
Thank you.
Madam, I think we can wind up the call.
Okay, fine. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
so
Thank you
much.
very much. Thank you.